The digital revolution, along with the context of interconnected global crises, including the climate emergency, the public health crisis, or the social inequity, urge architecture to rethink the basis upon which it operated the last decades.
The concerns for architecture design 20 years ago were very different from the concerns today.
The bigger ones are the CO2 production in the processes of making things, microplastics, and also the degradation of biodiversity.
How we can utilize new materials to create a better internal climate.
Advanced architecture couples design with multidisciplinary science and use it as a powerful tool for innovation.
I don't believe in one discipline itself, but I believe in the interconnection of different disciplines.
So, for example, nature-based solutions. So how do we work with biology, computation and digital fabrication integrated into design?
To combine in the design art, science, technology and sociology.
Technologies here become an ally, and they are critical for the implementation of creative solutions for our future inhabitation models.
Personally, I think an architect of the future, the most successful, will be someone who is well grounded in history, knows how to work with their hands, but most of all can understand and work with all those technologies that are emerging and the experts that come with it.
The tools that are meaningful for architects nowadays and in the future are tools that are flexible.
If you know how to use a tool, you can become the puppet master. And you can communicate with a contractor or a fabricator to tell them, well, actually it's not so complicated, because if we use this tool in such and such way, we can actually make life much easier, and that is what we want to do.
In order to shape the future of architecture, we work with the Learning by Doing methodology, allowing us to engage actively with research within the design practices.
The program is organized around a variety of design studios ranging from urban, building and material scale.
To be a student at IAAC, it means to design projects in many different fields, but it's not just about designing, it's also about making them.
IAAC tried to go out of only the digital tools to transform in a real design.
You actually get to understand firsthand how to implement things.
Sometimes it can look like UFO landed on Earth because we use a lot of prototyping to test kind of new technologies and opportunities.
We explore computation, artificial intelligence and the use of algorithms in design to optimize these designs and to create passive buildings.
Parametric design is interesting because you design through numbers. It's no longer about drawing something, it's about generating something.
One of the main tools that we are trying to teach our students is data and how to use data in order to design.
Nowadays we have instruments that will simulate how our building will behave.
There are machines that the students are constantly using in order to test their ideas. So it doesn't mean that later they will be builders. They might be designers, architects, but knowing how all of this works makes them very strong designers.
I believe the architect of the future will be a team leader, and the team will be much as they always have been, but that team is just going to get so much wider as we get experts in materials, experts in structural systems that go beyond the professions as we've known them.
It's like a conductor. Maybe he's not able to play all the instruments, but he's able to understand what he needs, and if he needs something, then he knows where to find it.
We challenge all of our students to take some of the ideas that they have been developing in the school and to start their own office or to self-initiate projects.
As soon as you graduate, you start seeing how many different students start building their own companies or collaborating with these professors.
You can go into academy, into consultancy, into research, into fabrication. You can even become an artist.
For me, that's what's really special about the Master in Advanced Architecture, that you can fundamentally shape your curriculum according to where you see yourself in 10 years already working with future technologies today.
The MAA program trains professionals to take informed, creative and innovative actions and enables them to become pioneers, but more than anything, change makers in the arena of architecture and the built environment.